Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 125 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2. In this part, in the last part, we finished Seeker Slayer Survivor DLC, and we're now moving on to the Forgotten Sanctum DLC. Let's just fucking close everything here that I'm not paying attention to. So we're doing the Hidden Depths. So speak with Lengaf in the Hall of Unseen, which is somewhere on this island, I'm pretty sure. That's Kithmeat. Okay. That one's a reptilian eye. Good to know. Let's see what the rest of these are. Reptilian eye. And there's the Hall of the Unseen. So I was right in where we were going. I thought I was. Some poultry. So it looks like we have to go through the Shadowed Vale before we can get to the Hall of the Unseen. The land here is shattered and barren, eerily quiet, with jagged hillocks plunging abruptly into the calm, clear seas. No birds fly above, and you've not spotted the first boar, rat, or lizard. By comparison, the camp ahead is positively bustled. Horses are tied off to stakes, a robed figure, cowl pulled over his head, sits upon a crate, and the scent of a hearty stew wafts from the pot hanging over the small campfire. Thoughts? Alright, first we get into their good graces with carrots. Then we brush out their manes. They look mate-matted. If they're not our friends by then, we go back to the carrots. Idir's attention lingers on the horses. Thoughts, Alof? Something isn't right here, Alof says. There's an unusual magical presence, but I can't pinpoint it. Shoti shrugs. If it's a trap, doesn't seem like much of one. Stew smells good, almost too good. I'm thinking it's a trap. Squinted, Maya thumbs her chin and nods slow, so we'll sneak up on the camp. Maya nods at your instruction and, crouching low, leads you forward. Maya nods at your keeping low and behind the robed figure, you make your way towards a campfire. You're passing the first tent, absolutely assured in the silence of your movements, when a survivor folk levels an arbalist at your head from the left. Not another step. His voice growls, almost more menacingly than the bolt threatening to add another hole to your head. Aleph Elf in Idiran finery steps from another tent. Greetings, stranger. She smiles welcomingly. As a broad-shouldered island Amua joins the man with the crossbow, you note the robed figure hasn't moved an inch. I go where I please. The Amua and the savannah folk exchange glances, the former nods and the latter lowers his weapons. If you want to join us, the elf says, you need merely ask. We're very hospitable. The trio guide you among the tents. They seem too many for the few kith you've seen about. The elf graciously offers you a seat at the fire. The robed figure makes no apparent notice of your arrival, their cowl casting their visage in impenetrable shadow. We have soup, the Amua says. Stew, really, and you're welcome to make the use of our tent if you'd care to rest. Do you know much about this chain of islands? While the Amua shakes his head and says very little, the Idiran grins and answers a thing or two. Why? Asks a dusky human. Island like this, I'd have expected to see birds, lizards, insects, but it's dead. The dusky-skinned human nods. Strange as shit, no? The Amua grins, sharp teeth reflecting firelight. Makes one wonder what's in the stew. That's a lot of tents. Where's the rest of your crew? The savannah folk smirks. Around. They keep their eyes open, the elf says. The Amua nods for danger, among other things. Who's your hooded friend? The woman laughs lightly. Just that. Perhaps you should ask yourself. I might approach and look under the... Actually, hey, who are you? The figure makes no response at all, as firelit and shadow play along the folds of his robes. Approach and look under the hood. You approach a figure who makes no move. Each step you take takes you closer, yet somehow also further away. The crossing seems to take minutes, and then the campfire falls away into your periphery, yet you can't stop. Bending low, you peer under the hood into the face within. The face of Kager from Submarine. You shudder. No, the ground shudders, or the air. The dirt churns beneath your feet, and your stomach leaps into your throat as the ground opens beneath you. You plunge into darkness. When you awake, the ground is bare. No tent, no horses, no traces even of a campfire. Well, that's weird as shit, isn't it? This island's fucking cool. Gotta admit. Alright, let's pick up this last thing and then we'll go into the Hall of the Unseen. And let's see what's cracking. After an arduous journey, you finally reach the center of the volcanic devastation. Before you is a broad-faced stone building rugged with age. The Eye of Whale, solitarily and all-seeing, is emblazoned above the door. You approach the door, though clearly made only of stone. You feel the burn of the eyes regard you between your eyes. Okay, the door swings open without a sound and reveals a dark, narrow staircase winding down to the earth. Well, obviously we're going to go down it because we're fucking retards, let's be honest. Alright. The door's going to open nicely.
So it's right, left. No, wait. Right, left, straight. Oh, hell. I'm lost already.
Oh, don't worry, Shoti. We're all lost, let's be honest. Doesn't seem to be anything picking up on the tab when you press tab, so there's nothing to loot, which is unfortunate. Nothing seems to really be even picking up, like no traps, no nothing, which is very fucking weird. Very weird indeed. I do wonder, I must admit, I do wonder. So we can go in there. Ooh, but there's a chest here. I bet this chest is trapped.
What did you find, Ishi?
Easily.
What's this? Well, there's a little bit of loot, that's okay. I was hoping for a lot of loot, but we'll sell for a little bit at the moment. I'm guessing this one's trapped as well? Yeah. It is, I just didn't notice it quick enough. An abandoned dog. What the fuck? You can't abandon a dog. It's just fucking mean, that is. If you'd abandon a dog, you deserve to get fucking shot. Anyway, let's focus on the actual game and not my opinions on if people leave animals to like fend for themselves, which is just fucking rude. It's very weird. Little to no, I must admit, I'm expecting more. I'm expecting more from this area.
I'll just say another prayer that we can find our way back out.
I'll see to it.
Fine, I'll go. Okay, that one wasn't trapped. That's all right. Right. This is a very weird layout of a building. Then again, it is on a weird fucking island, so I guess I can't really say much.
You came as requested. Excellent. I believe the entrance is... Ah, here we are. A moment, if you would.
Ooh, mine. I guess we just follow her? Well, that's creepy as shit. Good to know it's creepy, yeah?
You calling me a cheat?
Filthy lying ground stink doesn't play fair. Rolled a 10! Stupid wizard, I rolled 10!
Dropping the dice isn't the same as... what?
Yep, that's a whole lot of what the fuck. As the ground settles, the wizard and the imp exchange a shocked glance. One of the newly sprouted tentacles dances in slow, hypnotic circles over their heads.
That was the biggest one yet! Look at us standing on the fault line of sanity! Hello up there!
The wizard waves up at the tentacle before turning his attention over to you.
Costenago, you stand there babbling with imps and tentacles, ignoring the actual people in the room.
Didn't see it come in. Welcome to the Halls Obscured. My friend and I were just passing the time of the game and enjoying these little shake-ups.
We not friends. Stupid wizard is a stupid cheat.
The imp kicks a colourful set of dice across the floor before flapping its wings and crossing the room.
Hours they have wasted arguing over useless imaginary games.
You could have said something. We would have made room for you in the next round.
The Lingaff, were you expecting company?
You brought Len? This is gonna be so much fun!
He waves to Lingaff. Wildly, she balls her hands at the sides of in silence.
I'm Tane. The Archmage? Maybe you've seen my chaotic orb bouncing around? It's really something.
What are you doing here, Tane? How did you even get in?
She rubs hard at her temples and sighs. I second that. Some of us had to find our way through a labyrinth.
I got in through a hole. That one, right through there. You must have walked straight past it when you were topside.
Tane points over to a collapsed wall and smiles pleasantly.
Isn't this something? I came searching for Maura and got distracted. Don't you just love a good antechamber?
Tane plants his hands on his hips and surveys the area, grinning all the while.
Even if this one has a few embellishments.
He gestures at a patch of writhing flesh stretching across the ceiling. Cut to the point, Tane.
You'd be better served asking an imp to walk instead of fly.
Remingingly lazy, the imp scowls at the suggestion with distaste.
I'd still be dumbfounded if I hadn't learned it all from Maura's own words. Here, she left this behind. I don't think she expected anyone to follow.
Mara's fieldbook. Despite a pervasive dampness, the pages of this notebook separate with ease. Written in Juana, the text describes a vast subterranean lifeform of fleshy tendrils and shuttered eyes. The stranger sections refer to as establishing a communion with the entity with the aim of conjuring forth arcane simulacra, or simulacra. Towards the end of the fieldbook, Mara writes, Whale, the 100 vision. The obscured, the eyeless face. I believe it is you who rest within this darkness. You who that once walked the world. Why do you survive yet? Why haven't you awoken? Can you be turned against the dawn stars? Does he not threaten your mysteries? Will you not introduce him to his final dusk? Then Graf thumbs through the book, her eyes widening as realization dawns.
She believes we stand atop the body of Wal.
Margaret did mention the gods had once had powerful bodies.
While riding my dragon across the White March, I came across an unimaginably large skeleton. Legend would have us believe it is the fallen form of Abaddon.
She gestures expansively.
The Circle has been speculating on the existence of the gods' bodies ever since.
I also saw Abaddon's remains at the Abbey of the Fallen Moon.
This body is a good deal fresher than Abaddon's.
She snorts and returns to Mara's writings. Her ill humor is short-lived, though, for she soon grimaces and meets your eye again.
We'd believed them all gone. Not just dead, but destroyed by the gods' own hands. Obliterated. This one, it's still alive.
Then it is little wonder why Archmage sent me to represent his interests. He wants me to keep the body away from grasping hands.
She glares over at Tine, who smiles at being the subject of attention.
Makes you wonder what has Maura so excited.
Tine considers his surroundings with a thoughtful grin.
Whatever you are thinking, no. We should bury this sanctum before it becomes our tomb.
As nice as it is to take in the scenery, is everyone else thinking what I'm thinking? Huh? I mean, the answer's staring us in the face, literally.
No one understands your manic rambling, Tane. Speak plainly or be quiet.
Len, you of all people shouldn't be so short-sighted.
Do not call me Len. I'm not one of your little imp friends, Tane. I am your colleague.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just get to thinking about how much time we save by cutting out a few syllables now and then. But here I am wasting words.
Tane clears his throat and refocuses.
Look, we have an unconventional problem, and it needs an unconventional solution. I don't think Maura came this far just to hug some tentacles. She wants to wake up Wal's body and send it after Aethys.
Medico, If Maura doesn't get us all killed, Tain surely will.
That's a terrible plan. It could work.
Hasn't our Maura always said that a well-placed tentacle can solve most of life's problems? If she wants to take a swing at the big green guy, who are we to stop her?
It's speculative to assume that Maura even wants to awaken well. Doing so would involve meddling in matters far beyond her comprehension.
She taps a finger against her lips, thinking.
Or something she understands all too well. You don't know. Give her some credit, Len.
You give her more than enough for the both of us, and far more than she deserves.
So, are we actually gonna, look for Maura, or we're just gonna stand here wasting our breath?
How about you spearhead our little search party? Len and I will keep an eye on this handsome antechamber where it's safe, or in case she doubles back. Fair warning, when I was poking around, I ran across some creepy librarian types. They were happy to look the other way as long as I didn't disturb their work.
Tain shrugs.
In the meantime, Tain and I will see if we might learn more about Wal's Titan form.
We haven't addressed the imps in the room. So why are there imps in the room?
Why else? To make my life miserable.
You know, I was enjoying their company so much that I never once thought to ask.
Tain squints down at one of the creatures.
Came from stinking Archimede's house. Was told to help stupid Watcher groundmeat.
The imp grimaces and waves disdainfully at you.
You can help us by shutting your mouth. By now, the echo of your screams will have crippled any element of surprise.
Master gave orders to fed it spray. Come talk when ready, eh?
The second imp waves a sheet of ragged parchment over his head like a banner.
Special orders for you too, nasty Facina.
The imp hisses at her. Facina responds by making a rude gesture with both hands.
Brilliantly done. What fluttering marvels they are, imps. Well, question answered then?
Tain returns his attention to you and smiles pleasantly. As long as I get to keep anything that isn't nailed down.
So you're still into plundering old ruins. Sound financial strategy. Keep saving up for that second castle. You'll get there one day.
Watcher, Archimede instructed me to join you. Leaving the dark cupboard behind has a certain appeal to it, Ark. You don't have to worry about me pulling my weight. I've worked under enough tyrants that it's second nature.
Yeah, I run a tight ship. Stay useful, there's a place for you on it.
Aye, aye, Casita.
Facina strikes a rigid salute. Her scowl softens into a brief smile.
No matter how Tain whines, Wal's body, if that's what this is, mustn't be awoken. The Deadfire cannot bear another calamity of Aothas' scale.
I concur, and I know Archimede would agree as well. A single error in judgment could cost us our lives, maybe more.
What happened to your spirit of adventure?
Tain smirks and shakes his head.
Watcher, friend, are we on a first-name basis yet? Call me crazy, but I think you should do whatever feels right. What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, these tentacles would grow until they consume every island in the Deadfire, and we all become mindless thralls in a never-ending tentacle nightmare.
Huh. And you're saying that's the bad outcome, am I right?
Tain strokes his chin and nods.
I would hate to see what he considers the good outcome.
We can continue this debate later. Right now, our chief concern is locating Maura. Maura could have only gone two places. Up in the archives to the northeast, or down into the collections to the southwest.
Thanks, game. I could not have figured that out myself.
Maura's journal suggests she went to the archives first, but that could always be a decoy. I did hear some unpleasant noises coming up from the collections.
Tain hugs himself and shivers.
Hope she's okay.
If you'll begin a search of the wings, we'll scour this area for further information.
She nods and turns away. Ooh. I'm gonna go for Lore Master.
Farewell.
For a change.
Casita, I'm glad we have this chance to talk.
Facina folds her arms and glowers.
You took on a lot of risk accepting a stranger into your crew. To me, this is bigger than a reprieve from the drudgery of the dark cupboard. That shop and my apprenticeship were like a diving bell, dragging me all the way to the bottom with barely enough air to survive.
She winces.
I do not expect I will return to Archimede's employ. He was a flawed master. and I would learn more with a wand in my hand instead of a broom. In any case, now I am free to study the world, and it is because of you. So, now I will say it. Agrasima.
Do you have any useful equipment before I end the part? Nope, you are literally equipmentless. Fuck me. Well, the problem is I don't actually have any equipment really on me to give you anything useful, so literally gonna have to get rid of you for Alof.
Yes?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll do that in the next part. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next part. See you guys then.